everyone, I'm Sophi Balerdi from season 49 of Survivor. I am here in New York City, live on the red carpet for the Survivor season 50 premiere. Stay tuned as I talk all things Survivor 50 with the iconic cast and of course, Jeff Probst himself. Survivors ready? Let's go! I'm here with my bestie, Savannah Louie, the winner of season 49 of Survivor. And I wanted to ask you, so since you've already played a winning game, what strategy did you have coming into this time around?
I mean, obviously I was very excited and proud of my game in 49, but one thing I could have done differently is have maybe a little better social game. And so going into 50, I'm like, I gotta remember everybody's mom's names, sisters' names, boyfriend's name, everything. And so that was my mission going into Survivor 50.
Okay, and was there anyone on this cast, because we went into 49 as fans, you went into 50 as a winner but also a fan. Who were you excited to meet from the cast?
I mean, honestly, Coach is iconic. How could you not want to meet Coach, right? He's so fun to watch on TV, and playing with him is an even bigger dream. As far as the women go, I think meeting Genevieve, who's someone who I really looked up to as a player, that was incredible. And being able to play with her and against her at points, like, it is such a pinch me moment, you know?
Agreed. Okay, last question. If you had to pick me or Rizzo,
what? Well, I mean, let's be real. Like, Rizzo's not sent me to fire ever.
Okay. How about in real life? How about in real life?
In real life, I pick both of you because you guys are my besties. Inside and outside of the game forever, seriously.
All right, well, you look beautiful. Have a great night.
I'm just trying to keep up with you.
Get out. What was the most scary and nerve-wracking thing coming in as pretty much like the OG of OGs on this season?
I think the scariest thing for me this season was I've never played with an immunity idol or any of these advantages, so I'm really nervous about if I can use them correctly.
Right, okay. And do you feel like OGs are going to be underestimated or people are going to be scared of them?
I think both. I think we're going to be underestimated, but on the flip side, I think they're very tentative because it's been a long time to change our game.
Okay, and last question. Yeah. Did you know that season 1 was going to be as special as it was? Did you know we were going to get to season 50?
When season 1 aired, I had just signed a paper that said, this may never go to TV. It may never air. So I really didn't know how America would feel about us eating bugs and rats. Right. When we ate the live bugs, I was like, they're going to love it or hate it. I can't tell.
Well, thanks for talking. You look beautiful. Was there anyone on the cast that you hadn't met that you were excited to meet when you got to the beach in Fiji?
Oh man, I think Mike White is too easy. I think Cirie is too easy because those are two people who I obviously really wanted to meet. But I had passed by Ozzy once, but I never got the chance to actually meet him. He just seems like a very easygoing person and just go with the flow. And I love people like that, somebody who's outside of themselves and just enjoying what's around them. So I was most excited to meet him.
All right, well, it's nice talking to you, Kyle.
Yeah, good seeing you.
See you around. I know. I love to see you. What's up, Q?
What's up? How are you?
Good.
How's your legs?
It's good.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I competed in the Hand on the Heart Idol today. I did not win, and you were not rooting for me at all. Why?
Because I thought if I did not root for you, it would give you more motivation to prove me wrong.
Okay, that's a political answer, but that actually worked. So you had a fight with Jonathan Young last night that was on a live stream on Instagram, and he pinned you down. But I saw you were fighting. You almost had him. That man is huge.
See, what y'all don't see is I gave the big man, who's about 100 pounds more than me, about a 2.5-minute fight.
You did.
And we were both tired at the end. And what I miscalculated is how strong he is and how big he really is. Because I thought on the takedown, I could turn him.
Right.
I went to turn him, he didn't turn. I went down to the ground and here we go, got pinned. So,
okay. Do you think you could take Rizzo?
Of course. Rizzo, he's a feather. I'm going to take Jonathan.
Okay.
We have an event coming up in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
We're going to be in the octagon.
Ooh.
And I'm ready.
All right. I'm excited to see that. Okay, was there anyone before going to season 50 that you were excited to meet that you hadn't met?
Colby.
Colby
was just one of those guys, you grow up watching, you fall in love with the show, you fall in love with a guy like Colby, but then you see him give some sort of like attitude. The time he was telling Jeff, let's go.
Yeah.
I like that version of Colby. So I was like, you know what? I'm happy that Colby's coming back.
Right.
Cirie as well. The legends of the game.
Not Aubry?
Well, I'm not too happy to see Aubry, because if I can send someone else home for liking Aubry,
Right, Mariah.
I have to send Aubry home for being Aubry.
And she knows you did that too.
She knows it. It was all over the internet. I was praying that she was living somewhere under a rock, and she no longer had social media. But
You knew.
She did. She saw it.
All right, and then, all right, if you had to describe season 50 in one word and your experience, what would you say?
Explosive.
Good word. All right. Well, I'm so glad to talk to you, Q.
Same.
As a fellow runner-up here, Aubry, which I feel very honored to be in the same placement as you, what was your strategy going into season 50, having gotten so close and now wanting to get that win?
So strategy going into season 50 was to take all the lessons I had from past seasons. Like, was runner-up, came in 5th, then I crashed out. So I wanted to use all those lessons and then be super receptive, because I knew in the new era, you gotta be ready for anything.
Right. Well, yeah, that brings me to my next point. You played only 39 games up until season 50. You played only 39-day games up until season 50. How do you think this is gonna measure up? Do you think you'll do better? Do you think you'll do worse?
Yeah, so it's really interesting. I tend to do better in Survivor when there isn't as much downtime and it's moving fast. So I was actually excited of let's move fast so I can get out of my anxiety and just do. I think I could hang with the 26 days because I think I like when things are fast.
Okay, and last question. Was there anybody going into season 50 that you were excited to meet that maybe you hadn't yet?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I was really excited to meet Q. I wanted to know what this was all about.
Right.
Yeah.
He had some beef with you that was completely one-sided. He voted out Mariah just because she liked you.
Yeah, Q came in with some beef, but I really believe that if you're receptive and open to people, you can make magic happen. So I was really can I make this happen with Quintavious?
And that's why she's such a good player. She's adaptable, and she's going to kill it on season 50, and I'm so happy. Thank you. So I'm here with the beautiful Tiff from season 46 of Survivor, and I have a question for you. So, going into Survivor, what was your strategy? Because there's a lot of big-time players here, and you're a big-time player on your season, but we got Cirie, we got Ozzy. What was your strategy going in?
Yeah. So there were two things that I wanted to practice this time around. One, I didn't want to overly strategize, because in a game with people like Cirie, Ozzy, Coach, Colby, you got to be flexible, you got to be fluid, you got to be able to just move when the tide moves. And also, I wanted to be present. It was very important for me to play for the day that's in front of me and not for the day 2 days, 3 days down the line, because I feel like that kind of messed me up the first time. Thinking about what was coming 2 and 3 days down the line blinded me a little bit to what was happening right in front of me.
So what you're saying is you're not going to go home with an idol in your pocket this time?
I'm not going to give out any spoilers, but I'm going to try my best.
Hey, okay. So you're here with two other people from your original season, Q and Charlie. How do you feel going into a season with these people that you have pre-existing relationships with? Are you going to work with them? Are you looking at them as enemies?
So I know this sounds crazy, but it really didn't affect me one way or the other going into a season with them. It was a little comforting, despite the fact that they were my ops. I know what to expect from them.
Right.
So it's one thing to go into a game with people you've never played for or played with and don't know, but whether they are for the better or for the worse, I know them and I know what they're capable of. So it was a little easier for me.
That's true, okay. And then the last question is, who from this cast were you excited to meet when you first got to the beach in season 50?
I was very, very excited to meet Cirie for the first time, because obviously I'm a big fan. And I was really excited to meet Dee. Even though Dee and I have met each other in passing, I was excited to play with her.
Right.
And I was excited to meet Aubry as well, because I just, I love Aubry, I love Christian. These are people I grew up watching, so.
Okay, I totally feel that. All right, well, we're so excited to watch you play, Tiff. I'm happy that I got to talk to you.
Of course.
Thank God I wore heels today, because I am here with Jonathan Young, who is playing again on season 50. How are you feeling tonight, Jonathan? You look very dapper.
Thank you. I normally wear jungle clothes. This is completely different to my normal attire.
But it looks good, so I'm happy to see you
Thank
here.
you.
So I saw that you wrestled Mr. Quintavious Q from season 46 last night, and it was live streamed on Instagram. What prompted that? And I saw that you took the W. What helped you win that?
Sometimes when two bigger guys get together and we're excited, a hug can turn into a wrestling match.
Okay.
So me and Q, we start out just kind of hugging and then pushing a little bit. And that hug turned into a straight out brawl.
Right.
Me and Q, we start pushing each other around. Then Mr. Jeff comes around the corner with the camera. And what helped me win was I have a little bit of a background in wrestling. My mentor is Lex Luger, and I've actually been training in the ring for AEW.
No way.
Yeah, so that helped me get ready for this fight against Q. And Q, if you ever want a rematch, you know where I live, you know where I'm at. Come on, anytime.
That would scare me, but I don't think it'll scare Q though. What's your wrestling stage name? Is it just Jonathan Young?
So my wrestling stage name is going to be the Total Package 2.0.
Oof. All right, are you bringing the total package to season 50?
Oh my gosh. I am going to bring absolutely everything that I have to this game because I trained for 4 years to get ready for this moment, and I always had it in the back of my mind that I could probably or hopefully get back. I used to call Jesse Tannenbaum, who was the casting director and is the casting director of Survivor. I said, is there a spot for me? Is there anything? When is this season coming out where returnees can come back? And Uncle Jesse would say, just wait, it's coming. There could be a spot for you. And 4 years later, look at me now. It's all thanks to Uncle Jesse and Mr. Jeff and Mr. Matt.
Well, I'm so happy you got your shot because as someone who also came close to winning, I've never been more motivated to be a Survivor winner or a millionaire in my life, so I'm happy you got that chance. I hope you get that W, and I'm so happy we got to talk tonight.
And I've got to tell you, you played a great game, and I see something in your future. I think you could come back.
Okay, so I'm here with the beautiful Stephanie, and she's wearing this amazing dress. Where's this dress from?
This is Dress the Population. I absolutely love this brand,
It's
and they dressed
beautiful.
me for this event.
You look
so
gorgeous. You look like a winner. So
Thank you.
Okay, so I want to ask you, what was the most nerve-wracking part about coming back for season 50 after not having played in 15 years?
Yeah, 16.
16 years.
Probably when I was in my 20s, I was really fit, really in shape, and I didn't have kids to worry about. So coming back all these years later, and now I'm in my 40s, mid-40s, I didn't want to embarrass myself.
Yeah.
I wanted to still be like, tough Stephanie, can she still hang?
You maybe want to prove something to your kids.
Yes,
too.
and I wanted to prove to my kids, like, Mom still got it, Mom's cool.
Even though you were literally the last remaining person on your tribe, which I almost was on season 49 too, so I relate a lot to Stephanie.
Yes.
And so I think you have that grit though to come back and do the same thing again, right?
Well, I think like once it's in you, it's always in you, if that's your personality. So I'm still the same person I always was. I'm just a little older now with 3 kids and a little wiser.
You still look amazing.
Thank you,
But
you're sweet.
so coming into season 50, who were you excited to meet from the cast? Like that you hadn't met yet?
Oh wow.
Yeah, because maybe you've met a lot of them.
Not really.
No?
There's a lot of people I hadn't met. I was actually really excited to meet Chrissy. I've never met Chrissy, and I loved Chrissy on the show. There's a lot of people I was nervous to see, I'll tell you that. I was
Will
excited.
you give those names or no?
Well, I was nervous of Angelina. I thought Angelina was going to be like out to get me because I heard she was like in with everybody, and I'm not really like in that scene anymore. So I was nervous about her. But I was really excited to get to meet and get to know Coach because I played with Coach, but I got voted out so early. I never got to meet him.
You never got to really play with him.
That's right, on Heroes Villains.
And the last question is, do you feel like the OGs are going to be targeted early on, or do you think you're going in kind of being able to lay low because there's so many big names now going into season 50?
So I was really worried that the OGs were going to be targeted early on. So I was like, we've got to stick together because I felt like there was less of us and more of the newbies.
Right.
But then when I saw a few winners show up, that was fabulous.
Yeah,
I was
like,
like,
I can
oh,
hide behind
great.
them.
Yeah, there'll be a nice shield for me. They won the million. I didn't even win. So,
Right.
so we'll see.
Okay, so I am here with my BFF, RIZGOD.
Riz, God baby, listen, don't wear it out. Don't say it too much because I already say it a lot
It's
on
too
season
late.
49. A lot maybe in season 50. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Okay, so I want to know, is tonight going to be cinema, Rizzo? We're going to see the season 50 premiere.
It's not only going to be cinema, it's going to be absolute cinema. Season 50, people have waited 25 years for this premiere, And tonight it comes out. I'm super excited for the fans to watch. And like you said, it's going to be cinema.
And you're playing this game, season 50, with these legends.
Yeah.
Who are you most excited to meet going into the season 50?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't get to see you on the beaches of Survivor 50. That would have been cinema. But to be on a beach with Colby Donaldson, who was 25 when he first played Survivor, I was a year old. And now Colby's playing Survivor with the Riz God, right? So I'm going to try to see if we get Colby saying the Riz God a couple of times. But playing with Colby, playing with Cirie, man, the best to never win up until this point. Like, it's going to be, it was amazing for me, right? Like, playing with Cirie, playing with Ozzy, like, all of these great players, I couldn't put it into words. And the fact that I might be one of those legends after Survivor 50, hopefully, was something that was on my mind.
So my last question for Rizzo is, if you had to choose me or Savannah?
All right, that's a little tough because it's like picking between Riz God and Riz God. I love them both. But based on my jury vote from Survivor 49, I did pick Savannah, so I'm going to stick to that. But if we're talking about this red carpet and who is a better broadcaster, I'm going with Sophi Balerdi.
Okay, I'm coming to steal your job, Sav.
Yeah, you better watch it.
All right, well, I love you, Riz. I'll see you out there.
Yeah, thank you so much. You're killing it.
Thanks.
And keep being great.
I'm here with the yin to my yang, Angelina Keeley from David vs. Goliath, and she looks stunning tonight.
Same.
I have a really good question for you.
I love it.
Is there anyone's jacket from tonight that you want to steal?
I mean, is this even a question?
I mean, I'm not surprised that people online call us sisters because we did not plan this.
Okay,
We're
let's bring the faces together. Let's see. What do we think?
sisters,
Cousins?
cousins. I could see that.
I'll take it.
Hey, I'll take it too.
it.
That's a compliment for me. Okay, so going into season 50, you have two people that you've already played with,
Yes.
Christian and Mike. What was your thought process and strategy going in with that? Were you going to use that to your advantage and align with them, or were you a little bit scared to work with them?
Both. It's comforting to have familiar faces, but I know it's a double-edged sword because you never want to be seen as a pack or as a block of any sort. And our relationships run deep. I mean, we've known each other 8 years now, 7 years when we filmed, and so I saw it as a liability and an asset all in one.
Right. Okay. Going into season 50, there's probably a lot of people you hadn't met yet.
Yes.
Who were you excited to meet when you got on that beach?
Oh my God. Honestly, okay. I love old school. Look, I love you, New Era.
Oh, nice.
Y'all are fresh, and we need you. And you're my favorite to hang out with, New Era. But to play with, I was just, as a fan, was excited to see Ozzy, Cirie, Coach. I mean, all those folks, Colby, even though he was coming for me, and that was pre-press, that was known. But all of them.
You were coming for him too, a little bit.
Oh, it was a what's the word where it's like a defensive response.
Yes.
I did not come for him first. He came for me.
Okay, and you're always gonna come for them if they come for you.
Oh, you come for us, we catch you.
Exactly.
Right.
That's how we got so far our seasons. Yeah. Okay, so last question. If you had to describe season 50, your experience in one word without spoiling, what would you say?
One word without spoiling: growth.
So I'm here with the beautiful Genevieve from season 47 of Survivor, who I'm so excited to see on season 50. And I wanted to ask you, sorry.
What did you want to ask me, Sophie? Just keep rolling. We're good.
All right.
We're friends. We're going to have a conversation.
I know.
about it.
I get nervous with my friends, weirdly enough, but
Me too.
I
Me
know.
too. Do
I
you?
know. Yes.
I do.
When
I actually do.
Rizzo came, I was like, I don't have questions for
We
you.
can do it together.
Okay, so the fans were super excited to see that you opened a public Instagram account. What are we expecting to see for season 50? Why didn't you do it for season 47? Like, what's different now?
What's different now is I'm just slightly more deranged because I've spent more time on reality TV. No, what's different now is I saw that there were worthwhile fan interactions that I was missing out on because I was closed off. It's a bit of a thing with me. Sometimes I'm closed off, so I'm pushing myself to be more open. But if it ever becomes unfun, then it's just like over, and I'll go back to the private one.
Well, this is funny because before season 49 aired, I actually asked Genevieve this question because I was debating whether or not to keep my Instagram socials private, and she said just do what makes you feel comfortable. And gladly enough, I made it public, and I've had a good time. There's going to be days where it's not fun, but
And that's when I'll quit.
yeah, that's how she'll be like, okay, bye everybody,
Yeah.
private.
Thank you.
Okay, so yesterday Jeff was on live, and you asked him between you and Q
Yes.
if you would be who would be a hero, who would be a villain, and he called you a villain. How do you feel about that?
I was so honored. I felt so seen. I was like, thank you, Jeff. You get me. Because didn't a villain win that season?
It's true.
Aren't villains pretty good at the game? Aren't
fun to
villains?
watch.
Aren't villains just in a way misunderstood heroes?
100%.
In a
they're-
way, I'm putting myself on both tribes.
Yeah.
Just give myself the best odds.
I feel like you could be on either.
It's gonna be a cast of just me.
Yeah.
Which one would you be, Soph? Hero or villain?
So, because I'm so close with Sav and Rizzo, I feel like I'm a wannabe villain, but I would probably be in the Heroes tribe, especially with how things went on 49.
Because of the loyalty.
Yeah.
To the nail tech.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, last question.
Okay.
If you were in charge of another returning season, what theme would you pick?
So easy. The easiest question I've been asked all night, aside from what is my name, which is actually kind of hard. There's 4 E's. But the theme would be blood versus water. Those seasons are intense. They're messy. It genuinely impacts the strategy. And I would just love to watch.
And would you bring Mark, your husband?
And vote him out first?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, well, I'm so happy I got to talk to you. This is a fan moment for me because I haven't met Colby, but I've watched you grow up my whole life. It would have been an honor to play with you too, but I'm so glad that my 2 friends, Sav and Rizzo, got to play with you.
Yeah.
And speaking of them, going into season 50, you've played a couple times. How did it feel hearing that there were 2 people from the most recent season that you hadn't seen going in?
Well, I mean, look, they came in at a disadvantage. Make no mistake. It's not easy being the new kids, especially with a cutthroat crew like this. So we knew there were these 2 from 49. We didn't know much about them. I personally wasn't targeting either one of them initially. I'm talking Ponderosa, like early, before the game starts.
Right.
Other people were, but the point was I knew there'd be someone within the 49ers that I could work with. I just didn't know which one, right? So you're sort of strategizing. The fun part, as you know, about Ponderosa is, and I was keeping a journal. Did you keep a journal?
I kept a journal.
It's so fun.
I have a nickname for everybody.
Yes, yeah, and then you're journaling, and then what's fun is after the season to go back and look at the notes you took, right, and see how accurate you were with your assessment of the other players. With Rizzo and Savannah, I think I was pretty good in my early assessment of them at Ponderosa. What I didn't know, and with Rizzo, because he's the one that landed on my beach, I don't think I'm giving anything away. People know how the
Yeah, that was released before.
yeah, how the tribes have shaken out. But I didn't know how much I would enjoy being around him, right? Now, little fun fact, I'm older than both of Rizzo's parents. So there was a part of me that took a parental approach to Rizzo. And so I tried to take him under my wing. And
Well, I think the first time you played, he was a year old, so.
yeah, well, yeah, he's 25, right?
Yeah.
I was 25 the first time I played, which was half of my life ago. So yeah, it was bananas to be on the beach with a guy that young. But talk about entertaining. You know, you've been around him. He's a one of a kind.
Okay, and did you feel going in that the OGs, people like you, Cirie, Ozzy, were going to be targeted early on, or were you not worried about that?
I wasn't worried about it because there's no, well, I take that back. There's certainly a time when we talked about and discussed, as far as the old school guys, about what happened on, was it Winners at War, right? Or something like that, where they really targeted the old school players. You don't want that, especially if you're a dinosaur like me. But it didn't take long after we landed on the beach to understand that the game wasn't going to go like that. It was going to be based on a lot of different metrics, and it just depended on the relationships you built, which is the way Survivor's designed. So, in my opinion, the game played out the way it is supposed to, and the way it's designed, and the way it has for 25 years.
If you had to describe the season and your experience in one word without spoiling it, what would you say?
This season? Well, selfishly fulfilling for me. This was the most fun I've ever had in 4 seasons, and that's saying a lot because my first time out in Australia was incredible. I don't know how. You'll be back, no doubt. You'll play the game again. Nothing can replace the first time you play. It's just unique. because we have this naivete about us where we don't know what's happening, we don't know what's coming. When you come back and play a second or third or fourth, or in Boston Rob's case, a fifth, some of the others, Cirie, you don't have that same sense, right? Doesn't mean it can't be fulfilling, but you know what to expect and what's coming. That being said, I had more fun this time because I think I gave myself permission and I didn't put expectations on my play. I certainly wasn't perceived as a threat the way I might have been when I was younger. And so it allowed me to go in and truly enjoy the adventure and the experience of the game itself.
So I'm here with the legend, Christian Hubicki from David vs. Goliath. And I'm excited to talk to you, Christian. I'm excited to watch you on season 50. And I have a question. So going into season 50, you have two people that you've played with before.
Yes.
Angelina and Mike from David vs. Goliath.
The one and onlys.
Right. And how do you feel going in? What was your strategy? Did you want to work with them? Did you want to stay away from them?
Well, obviously it's great to see people you know, that you understand. So it's great to work with them. But I was very aware of the perception there.
Yeah.
So it's a classic game of trying to lower how close you are to them.
Right.
But really, it's like you hope that everything works out where you can work with them again. But I think everyone experiences that tension because everyone has history across the board. I wasn't scared that they were there, but I also was aware that could cause a lot of problems. I think everyone does. I think everyone talked about that in the pregame too.
For sure. And I think it's nice because you know their strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
You have familiarity there, so
100%.
that's probably nice.
Yeah.
And so going into season 50, you knew these two people.
Yes.
But there's probably a lot of people you didn't know.
Right.
Who were you excited to meet from the season 50 cast when you hit that beach?
I'll tell you, there's so many people. The easiest one to say is Cirie, because you hear and you watch how she plays and how excellent she is.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me that wanted to game with her, like it's staring into the surface of the sun, like a dangerous thing you should not do, but you do anyway.
Right.
And so what would that be like, in my retina's dying moments to approach Cirie?
Yeah, because that's a fan in you. You're playing as a fan as well.
Absolutely.
So
It's sort of like, can I square off against this legend? There's a bit of that,
Okay. What part of your original game are you going to bring into this game, or what are you going to do differently now that you have a son and you're a new dad?
Yeah, so, a few things. Like, one, having my boy in my heart, secret only to me, was my reminder to not play too seriously, but questions like, is this part of the mission? Is it going to make him proud? Is this something that that he's going to be able to look back on and say, yes, my dad did that. Yeah. He did what was right. He did what he needed to do, even in a tough game, right? In a decision where it might be easy to chicken out, right? Or don't do something reckless. Maybe don't blurt that you're good at slide puzzles in the first 10 minutes of the show. Yeah. Maybe don't do that. But it's a reminder to have good sense, but also to do the right thing if it's big.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I think if he goes and watches David vs. Goliath, he's going to be very proud of you. And anything you do on season 50 is going to be a cherry on top, and I'm really excited to watch you do that and kill it for your son.
Thank you,
and
Sophie.
I'm just happy to be here with you tonight.
Sophi Balerdi, it's great to see you too, okay?
My Survivor crush.
Oh.
I said my Survivor crush was Christian.
This is extremely flattering. I'm not sure how to handle this right now.
All right. I'm here with Joe, the famous Joe from season 48 of Survivor, which is funny because we were just together at the Hand of the Heart Idol, and he was asking me questions, but now it's my turn to ask him questions.
That's right.
So, you're going into season 50 with two people you've already played before, Camilla and Kyle.
Yep.
What was your strategy going in? Did you want to have them at arm's length, or did you want to play closer with them?
You know what? Obviously, I think they both played a great game.
Yeah.
And in all seriousness, I always joke, I feel like they gave me a wedgie and enhanced me on national television, because you look back and you're like, oh my God. But it's hard. I felt like I don't want any enemies. Of course, I want them to do well. But I felt like we kind of need to distance ourselves, because you're a target of 3.
Yeah.
And not in a gameplay way, as I'm like, I don't see how we make this work to the end.
Yeah.
Again, the 3 of us.
Right.
With, skilled players, right? So my goal was kind of let it happen naturally, but we might have to go do our own thing.
Right.
Especially those 2, I would think,
100%. That's a good strategy going in. I hope that works out for you.
Thank you.
So obviously you're playing season 50 with a bunch of legends. You had just come off 48. The finale was right before you guys left for season 50. Who were you excited to meet on season 50 cast when you got to the Fijian beaches?
Oh man, that's a great question. Honest to goodness, I was super excited to meet everyone. I know that's generic, but here's the most powerful piece for me was Coach, Colby. I think we all watched, and you kind of go, damn, that's kind of wild to see him. Ozzy, Cirie, So I would say in order it was Coach and Colby.
Okay.
Because like you go back in time and you're like, that's kind of awesome to see them. So, but then yet you got to play, so there's this like, oh, and then you're like,
Oh yeah. No, it's like you're a fangirl.
straight up.
Yeah. Okay, if there's someone else you would add from the season 48 cast for season 50, who would you have brought?
Oh, like from my season 48?
Yeah.
Oh, Eva.
Eva. Oh,
Eva.
that's true.
Eva.
That's an easy answer.
I mean-
I could have guessed that probably. Okay, if it wasn't Eva.
Okay, all right. From my cast, I would say, honestly, that's tough. If you take away Eva, Shaheen.
Okay, that's a
I
good
love
one too.
Shaheen.
I would love to see Shaheen too.
Yeah.
Okay, and last question. If you had to describe season 50 in one word, your experience without spoiling, what word would you use?
Trauma.
Oh no, I hope not.
I'm kidding. I would say, honestly, gratefulness. I feel that everybody that stepped on that beach, when we all cut the mess, I think everyone was, including myself, like super grateful. I think, you know how it is, you never know if you're coming back. Odds are you're not. So to be there, it was this gratefulness. So,
That's all you gotta say. I mean,
yeah.
100%. You should be proud of yourself. You killed it on season 48. I'm sure you're gonna do well on season 50. Like, you're an amazing player, an amazing dad,
thank you.
and I'm rooting for you. And I hope you have a great night.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
genuinely.
You. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, 100%. I am here with the queen, two-time winner, Sandra Diaz-Twine. How do you feel being the queen on this red carpet here on season 50's premiere?
I'm excited to be here. I can't believe it's been 50 seasons. It's been 23 years for me in my journey through the Survivor world, and I wouldn't change a thing.
If you were playing on the season 50 cast, who from this cast would you align with and who would you not want to work with?
Who I'd align with is someone like Tiffany and Aubry, who I've played before with. As far as the males is concerned, which is the same people I'm rooting for, Jonathan, Rick Devens, Christian, someone I feel that I can trust. Who wouldn't I align with? Probably the winners, because I think they're going to come after the winners, especially Rizzo and Savannah, because they're the unknown.
Right. Okay, that's a good call. Okay. And then recently, it's been spread around that the Mount Rushmore of Survivor is you, Tony, Boston, Rob, and Parvati. If you had to choose, who else would you add to that Mount Rushmore?
For me, it would have to be a winner.
Yeah. Does one come to mind right now?
Kyle had a strong game, and so did Dee.
Okay.
So I don't.
Yeah. How about
gosh,
this?
I don't want to pick one over the other, but if I had to, I would have to go with my Latina.
Well, how about this? Give me a Mount Rushmore of winners from the new era.
Okay, the Mount Rushmore. So there's okay, so that's 4. The Mount Rushmore would be Dee, absolutely, with no questions asked. Savannah, no questions asked. Kyle, no questions asked. Who would be my 4th? Let me see, Marianne,
Rachel
Erica,
Lamont.
Rachel.
I'm not surprised that there are more women than men too, right? Because there are more women winners in the new era than men. So let's see. Let's see how season 50 plays out.
Absolutely.
Thanks for
I'm
talking
excited.
with me.
Thank
You look incredible. I'm here with the iconic Rick Devens, and I wanted to get something special from you, Rick. Can you give me a news report from this red carpet right now?
I can, and you know, here's the thing about my news reports is I do them off the bat. Like even on the show, like I don't think about it, and that's the fun.
Okay.
So
give us a little
dun 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 dun. This just into the Survivor newsroom. Survivor red carpet. The stars come out, but so do the. See, there you go. I lost it. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't pan out.
Okay, well, I like that you did the little jingle, though. That's what I want.
Dun, 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 dun. Season 50 sounds pretty nifty. It even has a Swiftie.
Hey!
But, you know,
That was perfect. All right, well,
It's been a long week.
Yeah. Well, you did host the Hand on the Heart
Yeah.
Idol today. How did that go? He was the one interviewing me earlier. Now the tables have turned, and now we're here on the red carpet.
Yeah.
How are you feeling tonight?
Well, it went pretty well for you. You got your tickets to the finale.
I could see this guy.
Felt horrible for Jesse. I was like, oh my gosh, he put so much into it.
I know.
Stoked for Tommy.
I know.
But it was cool. That was a lot of fun. So I appreciate you guys doing that so we could talk about you.
The last question I have for you is, you played a very strong game the first time you played. And everybody, I feel like going to season 50 would probably look at you as a target because you played a pretty bold game. Is that your same strategy going into season 50?
You know, the bold game made it really hard to manage my threat level So my thought process is 50 is like, let's try to be a little
Dial
more,
it back.
let's slow play it. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to need that Rick at some point,
I
but
agree.
maybe not right away. Curveball. So, but sometimes your nature comes out anyway, right? So that was the constant battle.
Can't contain it.
Exactly. Uncontainable.
Okay, I actually have one more question.
Awesome.
So you obviously haven't played with any of these people before, right?
Aubrey and I were on Edge
Right,
next
right,
season,
right.
but we only overlapped on the Edge
Okay,
for
that's
like 3
why.
days.
Okay, so who going into season 50 were you excited to play with and meet that you hadn't before?
Yeah. So obviously there's just like characters that I really wanted to experience Survivor with.
Right.
Like, Q, Angelina, Coach. Like, what's it really like on the island with them? But the person I wanted to play with was Christian. Like, I thought he was the perfect balance for my chaotic seat of my pants gameplay. It's like, here's a guy who calculates and thinks ahead.
Yeah.
That's the guy I was looking for.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see you and Christian maybe play together and you kill it this time. You're a freaking fun player to watch, and we love you, Rick.
Outstanding. I love you too.
I'm here with my fellow Latina friend, Cubana, amiga, everything. How you feeling,
remember
girl?
when we met?
Yeah, I do. I went to one of
Tell them.
Dee's Survivor watch parties for season 45.
While my season was airing, she just showed up.
I was a fangirl, turned player, turned final 3. Now we're both she's a legend, but I'm here now.
You're
I'm
a
here
legend.
tonight.
You're
I'm
here. Look
tonight.
at you. Are
I
you
know.
kidding me? Have you been hosting all night?
Yeah, I've been asking
love
everybody
that.
questions. It's
Let's
like, cool.
go.
And now I get to
Beautiful,
talk to you, which feels like a safe space. It feels like home.
Absolutely.
So, since you've already won Survivor, going into season 50, what was your strategy? What was your...
My strategy was that I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go balls to the wall.
You have nothing to lose.
Exactly. I have nothing to lose. I got called, to represent, and I feel so free. And Savannah probably can relate to this.
Yeah.
Like, we experienced it once. What's the worst that can happen? We get voted off. That is the worst that can happen.
Even if you're first boot, you won.
Yeah,
Like,
correct.
Yeah.
So that was my strategy, to go in and just make Jeff proud, make the fans proud, and kind of keep in mind, what do the fans want to see, and like, how can we be less boring, or if we're being paranoid, what can we do? You know what I mean?
and how do you feel about other winners being on season 52?
I mean, I love it. I think it's necessary. It sucks that it was just 3 of us, but it's necessary.
You can hide behind them if
Yeah,
you want
of course. Yeah, you never know.
I think there's something to be said about Miami representation on Survivor. The last 3 people from Miami have gone first, second, and Ben Katzman third place. Why should Miami people be cast on Survivor?
We're hustlers. You know that. We're hustlers. We're in the humidity. And I think we represent our culture really well.
We do.
We really do.
You did the best.
Yeah, but you did the second best. Almost there. And then Ben did the third best. I mean, yeah, we all got that little hustle in us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you look gorgeous. I love you. Emily Flippin from season 45 of Survivor. How are you feeling tonight, Emily?
I'm feeling really wonderful
Yeah.
tonight. I'm really excited to watch the premiere.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
I'm
You
excited
too.
to see you play. Thank you. And I want to ask you this. As a data analyst, now that you've played season 50 of Survivor, who do you think will be back on another returning season in the future?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I will say, I think anybody who's on season 50, for the sake of the fans, let's get some fresh blood out there. But there are a lot of people, I think, from the new era, especially from seasons like 41 to 44, who are probably deserving of a second chance to come out and play again. So I'm thinking, I mentioned Jesse as somebody who I think would be awesome to have come out and play again. So that's the person that comes to mind first. Obviously, Caleb from my season, I would do anything to watch him play again. But there's so many people who are deserving.
Okay, those are 2 good answers. So you're going into season 50, obviously not knowing a lot of people, but you do have a familiar face in Dee. How does it feel coming back with someone that you might know, and what was your strategy going in with her? Did you want to work with her? Did you look at her as an enemy? She did win the season that you were on, so...
Yeah, I mean, I definitely loved the idea that I'm playing with somebody that I know, because it's much easier to play with a known quantity as opposed to somebody that you don't know anything about.
Right.
And I do think coming into season 50, Dee and I can work together. But that being said, I don't want to lose to the same person twice.
Yeah.
And so I always had the fear in the back of my head of okay, I know how Dee plays. I know that she's one of the most dominant winners of the new era. So she's incredibly competitive, incredibly scary, but at the same time, she's a bigger threat than me. So to the extent that we can work together, I kind of think that if you're looking at Dee and you're looking at Emily and you're looking at us as a duo, who are you going to vote off first? Is it little old Emily, who did jackal during my season, or is it D? It's probably D.
Right. No, that's a great strategy. Let's see how Emily does, because I think you're going to do well with that answer. So if you had to describe season 50 in one word, based on your experience and without spoilers, what word would you use?
Hilarious.
Ooh, okay, I'm really excited. I feel like you're going to be hilarious, and I'm so excited.
Unfortunately.
I enjoyed you. I enjoyed you on season 45. I know we're going to love you on season 50. So I am here with someone on my Mount Rushmore, Cirie Fields, an icon. How are you feeling?
Thank you.
How are you feeling on this red carpet right now?
I feel amazing. I just left the Jimmy Fallon show. I mean, life couldn't get any better.
Cloud
can
nine.
it?
That sounds crazy. How was that, by the way?
It was amazing. Jimmy is good. However, well, you'll have to watch and see.
Okay, that was good. Little
Won't
teaser.
spoil it.
She's trained. So, did you hesitate when they asked you to come back for season 50?
I did not hesitate because it's like hesitating on receiving $1 million lottery ticket. Someone offers you a lottery ticket, and I said, nah, you keep it. I don't want it. Really?
Yeah, that's so true. And did you think as an OG that you had a big target on your back? Like, were you worried about people targeting you just from your reputation? Because you have a pretty good one.
I always feel like there's a target on my back. However, for some reason, I always seem to shake it off.
Shake it off. Because you have that like ability to have people trust you, and it's kind of scary, but it's so fun to watch. And I wish I could play with you too. You've played a lot of top tier game shows. You've won the Traders. You've been on Big Brother. You've been on Survivor now for the 5th time. What would you say is the hardest one, or are they all different?
I think they're all different. However, there's nothing like your first love, right? And Survivor is my first love. And it's just difficult in the best way.
Yeah.
It challenges you to challenge yourself. It makes you dig deep. When Jeff says dig deep, as he's not just saying that, you're saying that in your head.
Right.
And I've dug so deep,
Yeah.
so many times,
Right.
and I'm so grateful for that, because if I was still on the couch, there'd be no digging to do.
Exactly. Okay, and as someone who has also almost won Survivor now on season 49, you've almost won a couple times. How's it feel coming in? Because I personally have never been more motivated to be a millionaire in my life, coming so close. What was your strategy going into season 50?
Whew, my strategy going into season 50 was kill before being killed. Get them before they get you. No, seriously, my strategy was just like stay out the way. Try to decrease the target, make as many friends as possible, last as long as you can.
Okay, and we'll see. I'm so excited to see how that works out. I'm rooting for you so much.
Thank
You look
Sophie.
amazing. I'm a super fan. I'm fangirling right now, but I love you.
Give me a hug.
I love you. All right, Jeff. We're here. This is so big. Look at this room. Look at the people in it. How does this feel? Like season 50. Has it hit you yet?
It's funny, no one's asked it like that.
Yeah.
Has it hit me yet? I think it's still kind of washing over me, for real. So if this goes back to the first moments of 50 when all the players came up, and that kind of felt nostalgic, but being here tonight, like seeing you, seeing Jesse, seeing so many players who weren't on 50 but are a part of what got us to 50. So I think it's still washing over me.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here realizing you're interviewing me now. What is
I know,
happening
the tables
here?
have turned. This went from him being the host of the show that I was on, and now I'm here somehow.
Now I'm your
on the
guest.
cover. You're my guest.
I like
feel like
this.
I'm in power now. I loved what you did, by the way, on Mr. Beast when you said, you don't have to yell when you're in charge. That was hilarious.
Okay, Jimmy was a good sport with that.
Yeah, he was.
Remember, it was his show and he left that in his show.
Yeah, that's true. He could have cut. No,
He
but you
coulda
didn't
cut
look
it.
bad at all. I thought it was great advice. He's always screaming, and I love Mr. Beast, but that was good advice. Jeff, give me 5 words, a sentence to describe your experience on season 50.
It's a great question. 5 words. I've got it. With all respect to you and your season, which was very
I
good.
take no offense.
Okay.
I'm a super fan, too.
Greatest season of all time. I really think it is.
Wow. I mean, I just saw the first episode, and that one's going to be hard to top. That was amazing.
Oh, we top it.
Wow.
They top it. The players,
The
it's the players, yeah. You know, it's ultimately the players.
Yeah.
And even though my voice is gone,
You gotta rest.
they they topped it.
Yeah.
It was really great, and they all came to play, and I think they all felt the responsibility and the expectation of the audience to deliver.
So you're proud?
I'm proud of them. I really am. I feel like a dad.
I know. Or grandpa, as you would say, right?
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. I love you, Jeff. Thank you for taking the time. What a night. That's it for me on the red carpet. Now it's the moment you've all been waiting for, the premiere of Survivor Season 50. I hope you all enjoy. Thank you and good night.